visit with you about what the banks won't tell you on how to get full forgiveness. This is a top secret video that I've decided to record.
So what is the secret? What is it that the banks won't tell you? Actually, nothing. You have to ask, maybe, but the banks will tell you everything that you need to do and everything that you need to know to achieve full PPP forgiveness. And here is the secrets to that. If you spend 75% at least of your PPP money on payroll and no more than 25% on things like rent and utilities, interest on your business loans, interest on your business mortgage, no more than 25% on that, and at least 75% on payroll costs. Now, if you look carefully, what are payroll costs? Make sure you know all the ins and outs of the payroll cost, because that is where the game could never be played. Because it's this simple. It's whatever is wages, W-2 wages. The secret part, though, is if you just pay what you need to. Just pay what you normally pay. You know, one of the things to keep in mind is that you have to compare to February 15th through June 30 of 2019 for headcount, as well as January 1st through February 29th of 2020 for headcount. Where are things on February 15th, and where are things February 15th through April 27th as it relates to headcount, comparing to the headcount that you have between the 8 weeks that you have your dollars, the 56 days, and then on June 30. So before it's too late, here's what you need to do. Go to your payroll records right now and get that information. Not only the headcounts, but payroll by payroll, the amount of salaries as well as the employees. Now let me tell you the most key one, the most secret one. If I were to pick out of all of those, the secret one is the payroll that you had around February 15th. Because typically with the payroll around February 15th, that was well before the crisis was here, before we know it. Businesses were open, business as usual. That is the key date. Because whatever you were doing around February 15th, if you just do that, you give yourself the greatest success of achieving forgiveness. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that when you put in your loan, it was based on an average of the last 12 months. So if you're really trying to make sure you achieve forgiveness, then if you go with the payroll that you had around February 15th, and it just doesn't happen, and you don't get full forgiveness, and you have the money left over, you can just pay it to the bank when you're done. And that then leads to full forgiveness. You see, I think it's how you define full forgiveness. Full forgiveness would be that you're not in trouble at the end, right? When we think of forgiveness, we think, wow, we must have done something wrong. So here's how you do it right, and you achieve full forgiveness no matter what, no matter how you spend the money, no matter what. Here's how you get full forgiveness. You ready? This is the secret. You spend what you need on the things that you need for payroll and the qualified expenses, which includes the insurance that's employer paid and the match and the SUTA and the rent and the utilities. You know, just spend it on what you need, just the basic utilities. And then whatever's left over, you pay it back. And you have 2 years to do that. You have 2 years. Because at least by the time you hit 2 years, you've hit full forgiveness. Now, what would be full forgiveness? Full forgiveness would be that you spent it on the things that you needed that were qualified. And therefore, because of that, you didn't have to pay it back. And then whatever's left over, you paid back. And that would be full forgiveness. You know, if it wasn't full forgiveness, then it would be a punishment. But what would the punishment be? That you have to pay it back? Doesn't sound like much of a punishment. What would the punishment be if you had money left over? That you would pay it back? So what your banks won't tell you is nothing. Banks would love it for you to have full forgiveness within the confounds, and they would love for you to pay them back. So what they won't tell you sounds exciting, sounds secret, I'm telling you this right here, right now. You just follow the guidelines, pay what you need to pay. You know, whoever was around on February 15th is probably still around now. You know, if somebody goes on unemployment and you got money left over, the way you achieve full forgiveness is you just hand it back. You know, you could get PPP funds and then not even use a dime of it because everybody's left and maybe you close your business down, which would be awful. But, you know, you could get PPP, not use all of it, and achieve full forgiveness. You know how? You just pay it back. You just hand it back. See, if you didn't achieve full forgiveness, which really is impossible because no matter what, you're going to have spent the money. You know, spend it on the things that you need. And whatever you don't spend it on, you'll have left over to pay back. Whether it's immediately or over 2 years. And so no matter what, you'll achieve full forgiveness. So, there's really no secrets at all. It's pretty simple, isn't it? JJ the CPA, out.